Good evening. My name is Jim Davis, and I'm the principal here at Zephyrhills High School. Over the next few minutes, you will hear and see just a few of the many educational opportunities we offer here at Zephyrhills High School. Please feel free to call or visit for any information regarding your child's education. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Norris here at Zephyrhills High School, and this is our TV productions class for 1993 and 94. We're embarking on many new adventures this year. We're getting ready to go to Universal Studios for a project. We're also trying to develop a video yearbook with Great American and some other special ideas here. And I'd like to introduce my class to you, starting with Kevin.
Kevin. Junior.
I'm Audra Potson, I'm a senior.
I'm Mary Lee Going, and I'm a senior.
I'm Daphne Rosario, and I'm a senior.
Hi, I'm Alicia Andino, and I'm a senior.
I'm Audrey Hudasek, and I'm a senior.
Hi, I'm Louis Ludwig, and I'm a senior.
I'm Alexis Van Buren, and I'm also a senior.
Our one student who is not present is Maria Holmes.
Hello, my name is Mr. Cherry. I'm an administrator for the math department at Zephyrhills High School. I would like to introduce to you today Mrs. Nelson, which is in charge of our applied mathematics class, and she's going to talk to you about the math program.
Applied Math is a course that came into our school system 3 years ago, and it's designed for students who are going to the community college or into the armed services or into a technical school, but not necessarily planning to go to a four-year college immediately after high school graduation. It's a hands-on problem-solving class, and today we are studying the pulse rate, and these students are going to take their pulse rate for a resting pulse rate. Then they will run in place for 1 minute, and then they will check their pulse rate again, and then we will rest for 5 minutes, which they will enjoy, and then we will check their pulse rate again. Then we'll have a discussion on normal pulse rate and what happens when you exercise and what to do to correct it if your pulse rate is not normal. Run in place. Jason, that's excellent. We're really studying positive and negative numbers, and so they're going to do some problem solving with positive and negative numbers, comparing we'll do the average class pulse rate resting, the average exercising, and then the average recovery rate, and then they'll compare their own with positive and negative numbers to the class average. So that's where we're headed.
Hi, I'm Terry Turner. I'm Assistant Principal for Administration here at Zephyrhills High School, and I want to introduce to you today Mrs. Gaffney. She's one of our science teachers here at Zephyrhills High School. She's the chairman of the department, and this is one of her marine biology classes, and she's going to tell you a little bit about what the students are doing today.
We're working on a lab today where we have what we call beach critters. The students have the information on the board, plus they receive a sheet, ditto, where they fill out this information and draw each critter that they observe. They write observations, and then they use this handout to further things in discussion about the importance in the ecosystem, some location where they're located, limitations, and also further descriptions. So you'll be able to view some of the critters that they have on the desk and their work with the lab. And then after they do this worksheet, then they must go over to an area where they look at the beach critters again under a microscope, and they are able to again see things that we had pointed out in the observations. They get a closer view. So this is the lab that they're working on right now, and we'll be doing other things with topography of the ocean floor and learning about algae and seashells, and there's a number of things and units that we'll be covering throughout the year. But we do take the opportunity when we do have beach critters come into the room, we have a tank for them, a holding tank, and then we go ahead and just do an observation on the critters. So this first gentleman over here, what we have is a horseshoe crab, and he's observing that and working on his observation sheet. And you can see that sometimes we have a little problem if the critter comes out of the little holding tank that we have on the desk, and we just place them back up there. But they do have an observation with sight and with touch. So they do observe a lot of things with them, and again list the observations on the sheet. And we will do some further study in all these beach critters as they come up in our units that we'll be covering. We have two young ladies back here observing shrimp, a grass shrimp, and writing their observations. And then, of course, like I said, then there's a gentleman back there on the microscope and viewing some of the things close up. We have 4 saltwater tanks. 3 tanks keep a variety of fish that I buy from a pet store. There is a pet store in town that has extremely helpful. I will give a plug for Pets and Pisces. The gentleman helped set up the tanks. He's there for any time we need him. Matter of fact, he was fish sitting over the summer. He took care of all the fish, and we brought him back just about 3 or 4 days ago. But we get the supplies from Pets and Pisces, and any kind of questions or problems he'll come in and help us with. The bottom tank, though, is a holding tank for beach critters, and that's what the lab is from. If I go out on the boat, or a friend of mine, she goes out on a boat a lot over the weekend, and we bring back the critters back in aerated buckets, and we're going to place them in that tank, and then we're going to stop and do a lab with the different critters we get from the beach as we collect them. This is Batley. Miss Turner had to hand feed him over the summer for me one time when I went on vacation, but he's like a puppy. He eats like a dog too, a lot of food, and he likes this attention. As you can see, if you're near his tank, he likes to be kind of talked to and paid attention to. So we've named him Batley, and that's Robin down there. And that fish again was same thing. Kind of when you go near them and they're hungry, they let you know that they want to be fed. But the students enjoy the tanks. They're able to observe them. You can see they can observe them from the front and the back, and they come up, and if anything new is in the tank, we talk about it, and we see how we're trying to bring the environment into the classroom, the marine life, and it seems to be a really worthwhile project.
Good day. We're down today, and my name is Jackson Johnson. I'm the Assistant Principal for Instruction, and I'm introducing you today to our Junior ROTC program. As part of my duties at Zephyrhills High School is to put schedules together, and one of the most pleasurable is for me is to put together each year young men and women that are part of this program. I'd like to introduce at this time two of the instructors from our JROTC program. That's Colonel Cockhill and Sergeant Major McMains. Colonel?
Hello, I'm Colonel Mike Cockle, retired U.S. Army, and I head up the Junior Army ROTC program here at Zephyrhills High School. We just began our 9th year. Sergeant Major McMains and I started that program 9 years ago, and basically our purpose and mission is to help young people become better Americans, and we stress leadership development, and we think we have a real fine program. I'd like to turn it over now to Command Sergeant Major John J. McMains, Jr.
As the Colonel said, I'm Sergeant Major McMains. I retired in 1985. I had 28 years of active service, and I came with the Colonel here and we started this program. I would now like to turn it over to the Battalion Commander, Cadet Battalion Commander, Lieutenant Colonel Mark Ward.
Hi, I'm Lieutenant Colonel Mark Ward. I'm the commander of Zephyrhills JROTC Battalion, the Bulldog Battalion. It started here in the 85-86 school year, and what we do here is we motivate people to become better Americans and to be better citizens. You learn leadership skills that you can use in the civilian and in the military life. It's a great program here, and I really encourage everybody to join.
I'm Camille Reynolds, Instructional Technology Specialist, and I'd like to introduce Patty Becker.
Hi.
She's a language arts teacher in our dropout prevention program, and will explain some of the things that she's having her students do in our LC lab today.
I use the LC lab to encourage the students to work on their writing skills. We use the LC lab because it offers the use of the Writing Center program, which will allow the students to customize their writing, to incorporate pictures, and to use color as opposed to just plain black and white print. Today the students will be typing in a paragraph that they wrote describing one of their favorite places, a place that they like to go or a place that they would like to think about.
Can anyone tell me how we get a picture that we don't want? Okay.
You go to tech or either edit or
Clear picture.
Hello, my name is Bob Pryor. I'm one of the assistant principals here at Zephyrhills High School, and I have with us this morning Miss Deborah Gillers, who's one of our art teachers, and we're here in an art class, and Miss Gillers would like to explain a little bit about what she and her students are doing today.
Hello, this is a beginning level art class. My students have been working very hard to get ready to do the still life that's behind me. They've learned how to draw cloth. They've learned how to measure and sight a bottle so that they can do it in proportion. They've learned how to draw spheres, and they've learned how to draw cylinders and all the basic forms leading up to this. This is their first experience, though, putting it all together in a still life, and then they're going to paint it with pastels.
Hi, I'm Mary Lee Going, and I guess I'm the spokesperson for everyone. Here in TV productions class, we run the morning announcements. And basically, there are 3 anchors. One of them does sports, which is mainly Louie, because he does Louie Sports. And then there's people running the video mixer, the audio mixer. We have a weather dog, which is Daphne, wherever you are, behind me. And we do a lot of different projects. As you know, we're going to Universal Studios and doing a video yearbook. So that's basically all we do here. Go Bulldogs! Woo! Yeah! Yeah! Woo! Woo!